Wow. It hit him. It hit him so that he repented when he got confronted. And when we are confronted, we need to appreciate a person loving us enough to confront us. Don't get resentful. He didn't get resentful. David didn't get angry with him. But then he was smart enough to present it in a way, this is the king. You just can't go up to the king and rebuke him and talk about what he did and God's angry with him. No, he's amazing how he handled the conflict. And we have to handle the conflict with care when we're dealing with individuals. We got to understand that they're God's property. And it can't be mishandled and abused. Even our husbands, even our wives, even on the workplace, even our friends. We have to handle them with kid gloves. We have to be sensitive to them immediately because most people go on the defensive. The moment you confront them, they immediately defend themselves. I didn't do that. Wasn't me. Who? Not me. And then if they don't take responsibility, they blame somebody else. Well, it was Sister Sookie's fault. It was Brother Bobo's fault. Sister Strawberry, she was dead wrong with the way she handled me, and then that caused me to do it. If it wasn't for Sister Strawberry, it never would have happened. And so we never take responsibility for our own actions. And I know firsthand as a man, growing up is not easy. Because growing up is coming to a place where you're reliable, dependable. You rely on you, depend upon you, look to you. And you honor your word. That's growing up. And that's not easy for some. Because they grew up perhaps in homes that the parents didn't honor their word. They said one thing and did another. And so often we say things that we really, when we say them, we realize that we're really not going to honor our word. We say them with no real intent of doing it. I'll be right by there. I'm going to bring you this. I'm going to bring you that up. Nor do you call. You never intended to. You just said those things because you know that's what a person wants to hear. And a lot of times we'll tell a person what we think they want to hear. That's why integrity is so important. That's why honest and tell people in a loving and a godly way of how you feel. If they have mistreated you, you go to that person, the scripture says. You go to that person and you explain to them how they offended you and how they hurt you. You take a witness. You take somebody with you that can validate that you actually, what you said was true, that, hey, brother, you offended me. The things that you said about me behind my back. And you know what they're going to say? Well, it was true. And they think that just because it's true that it validates them to say it. And that's not the case. Anytime you're talking about somebody behind your back, that's gossip. Anytime they're not there to defend themselves, to say that's not true, you gossiping. So we have to keep our name, or keep their name, I should say, out of our mouth if they're not there. Don't talk about anybody that's not there. Here's the problem with that. When you talk about them and the person hears you, what they hear is not what you said. And then they're going to repeat to somebody what they thought you said, not what you said. And the person that hears what they thought you said that you said that you didn't say, they're going to repeat that to the person. And the person is going to hear what he didn't say or what she didn't say. And then you got conflict because it was not repeated exactly, because you misunderstood, because you misinterpreted. Because you, for somehow, based on where you were at, understood it a certain way, and you shared it with somebody else, and it's not the truth. And here's my point. If you add to anything that's said, or you take away from anything, it's a lie. So you have to say exactly what the person says, and also say they're not here to defend themselves, but this is my understanding of it. Don't put absolute on things, because you may misunderstood that person. You may not quite understood what they were saying. Questions. Number 3, analyze the conflict. Analyze it. I mean, look at the conflict and analyze it. Is it really worth losing your best friend? Is it really worth losing a friend that you've been together with, knowing since high school? Is it really